Can simple phrases and quotes you hear all the time actually be standing in the way of the success and the love that you truly desire? In this episode, we discuss 5 harmful cliché quotes and how believing them may be creating blocks. Welcome to the Abundance Hack Show, where we are inspiring you to tap into your power to manifest the happiness, success, and fulfillment that you desire. I am your host, Niajae, the Upper Limit Coach. I am here to dismantle your limiting beliefs and remove the blocks so you can confidently live your life's purpose, because life is meant to be abundant. Hey M&Ms, thank you for tuning into the Abundance Hack Show. What are you manifesting in your life today? These episodes are evergreen and timeless, but we are officially in 2020, and it is time to leave the old limiting beliefs and negative pre-programming in the past. So I'm jumping off this year with 5 phrases and quotes that are creating blocks and limiting beliefs and can actually be harmful. So why would a cliche quote be harmful? Because even if we don't believe it, the quote is stored in our subconscious, and our subconscious will cause fear, doubt, and lack to creep up when we are trying to live our best lives. This podcast is all about dismantling your limiting beliefs so you can transcend your upper limits, break through the glass ceiling, and allow more love, happiness, joy, excitement, and yumminess in your life. So let's dive in. I want to start with one that's been on my mind the most lately. I did a Facebook Live about this recently. Treat others how you want to be treated. No, no, no. It's the worst piece of advice I've heard ever since I was a child. You don't want to treat others how you want to be treated. You want to treat others how they want to be treated. All of the years of mindset work and self-development I've done, I've learned that everyone is different. Everyone thinks differently. Everyone processes thoughts and actions differently. We have different love languages and perceive love and support differently. We have different attachment styles and different personality types. So what may work for you may not work for others. And it all boils down to communication. The best example I can give is taking your shoes off when you walk through the door. There are some people who wear shoes in the house and it's not a big deal, and there are some who don't. If someone wears shoes in their house and they walk into your house and you prefer them to take it off, but they don't, you can't get upset if you didn't verbalize it. So you have to ask, can you please take your shoes off when you enter? You are communicating your specific needs. And the same goes for if you walk into someone's house and you see most of the shoes at the door, rather than ignoring it and walking in, you should ask, would you like me to remove my shoes? Self-awareness and being aware of your surroundings is so important. These days, everyone is caught up on their phone and they don't notice what's going on around them. So look up, get off your phone for a moment, and communicate with the people that you're around. So another example is when a friend or loved one is going through something. Some people may like to be left alone to work things out on their own, or to process. There's a lot of people that identify as introverts these days. And then there's some people that want continuous support. So my recommendation is to ask, how can I support you? This simple question is so powerful. It works in all situations: business, friends, family, romantic. How can I support you? Over time, you learn the people in your life and you know how to show up best for them, rather than assuming what you want is what they want, because most likely it's not. So don't treat others how you want to be treated. Learn them, communicate with them, and find out how they perceive love and support. Then treat them how they want to be treated. It's the best way to cultivate deeper connections. Number 2, one day someone is going to hug you so tight that all of your broken pieces will fit back together. Okay, this is cute. It sounds good, but the reality is it sets most people up usually women, to believe that a knight in shining armor is going to come save them, which most of the time leads to disappointment. No one can fix you. You have to fix you. You have to heal yourself. The right person will support you and encourage you and hold space as you heal yourself, but meeting a person or your soulmate isn't going to fix all of your problems. You can have someone love you fiercely, but if you don't love yourself inside and out, good, bad, and ugly, shadow and light, that love will not penetrate deeply. It's a great phrase, don't get me wrong, but a lot of times we spend our lives searching for this other person to complete us, searching for someone to put us back together when everything that we're searching for is within. Your soulmate complements you, not completes you. You complete you. Which is a nice segue to number 3, the phrase, my better half. So I discussed this in my conscious relationship episode, which is episode number 48. If you haven't listened to it, definitely go check that out. You are not a half, or at least you shouldn't be. You should be a whole and showing up as your whole self in a relationship, as should your partner. Another thing that bothers me about this phrase is you don't have to put yourself down to compliment your partner. I get it, it's cute, it's a cute gesture, but honestly, it's negative self-talk. And even if it's said jokingly, it's sending out that vibration to the universe. Your goal should be to be the best version of yourself while your partner is the best version of their selves, and you two show up and share that high vibration and passion for life. To me, that is a conscious relationship. And trust me, I know that you're not always going to be at your best because there are always going to be challenges, but you hold space and support each other as you heal and transform. Abundance Box is more than a subscription box. It's a movement. Not only are you sent spiritual goodies to your doorstep, it's a commitment to yourself to not settle, to live to your full potential and manifest the life that you truly desire. For more information, go to abundancehack.com/box to receive crystals, sage, therapeutic grade essential oils, guided meditations, and access to the private Facebook group to connect with other awesome members of the Abundance Box tribe. Join the movement because life is meant to be abundant. Number 4, this is for my entrepreneurs. If you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. This is something I heard my mom say constantly as a kid. So of course, I adapted this belief and I learned quickly as an entrepreneur, this was not going to work. You have to learn how to outsource and delegate. And even if you're not an entrepreneur, you can still learn from this. Everyone has these ridiculously busy days. Everyone's so busy these days. Everyone's going 100 miles per hour, yet there never seems to be enough time. So where can you outsource and delegate a task to free up time? And obviously, these days, they're making things easier for us, like all of the meal prepping, all of the food services where they send you the meals already prepped and all the ingredients and stuff like that. So, we're definitely catching on and advancing, especially in this space. So really think about where can you outsource and delegate a task to free up time? And one of the things that I always tell my clients, my coaching clients, is outsource the minimum wage activities. So let's just say you make $60 an hour and you spend 2 hours doing laundry. That's $120 worth of your time that was dedicated to something that you can probably pay someone $10 an hour to do or take it to a dry cleaners. It's just a simple example, but just think about the money you will save if you focus your time and energy on income generating activities and pay someone to do the small stuff. You know how people like to fix pipes themselves, which it may take them 4 hours to do, and they probably will do a half-assed job when you can just pay someone to do it in an hour, actually get it done right so you don't have to call a plumber after you spent 4 hours trying to fix your own pipe. And then you can spend your time focusing on things that you're really good at or passionate about. So when I opened my studio, I tried to wear all the hats in the beginning. I cleaned the mirrors, I mopped the floors, I worked the front desk, I taught classes, and as a studio owner, there is no reason why I should be cleaning mirrors or mopping the floor. Period. It's a minimum wage task that I should have delegated to focus on the income generating task. Now, I know as a new business owner, you're thinking about the money you have to pay out. But the reality is your most valuable asset is your time. And trying to be the jack of all trades will actually make you the master at none. So pay the people to do the stuff that you're not really that great at, and definitely pay someone to do the minimum wage activities and stop trying to wear all the hats. Not learning this lesson in business will keep you small, and not learning this lesson in life will cause you to burn out. A real hero is a person who understands time management and self-care. Trying to do everything yourself is the opposite of that. So outsource, delegate, and manage your time efficiently. Last, but definitely not least, it's lonely at the top. This is one I've spoken about on the podcast before. I've had to work through releasing this belief myself. I've heard it all my life, and it was definitely stored in my subconscious, but it is a massive, massive block. If you believe it's lonely at the top, you will subconsciously block yourself from reaching the top because no one wants to be lonely. So you will either self-sabotage your success, or you will self-sabotage your relationships if this is stored in your subconscious. So let me offer you a little truth. You can be broke and be lonely. You can work an average 9-to-5 job and be lonely. Loneliness is not exclusive to rich or wealthy people. People think, oh, if I get a lot of money, people will try to take advantage of me. People will try to take advantage of you at any level. I know plenty of people making like $40,000 a year that are the victims of identity theft and fraud. It's not exclusive to rich and wealthy. Honestly, you have more protection the more money you have. So it's actually a huge, huge, huge money block and a huge success block if you believe this. I think we have to focus time and energy on cultivating deeper connections at any level. So if the top indicates a certain level of success, of course you want to surround yourself with other successful people, like-minded individuals, and those that are a vibrational match. And I know firsthand that sometimes transcending or that ascension process can be difficult because you no longer resonate with the old crowd, but you haven't necessarily gotten in good with the new crowd just yet. So I get it. But the reality is this happens at every single level, the bottom, the middle, and the top. So release this block so you are not standing in your own way of success. And loneliness is a low vibration anyway. When you feel lonely, love yourself more. Ask yourself, what will make me feel better in this moment? That doesn't necessarily involve another person. What can I do to raise my vibration? Positive people are attracted to high vibration. So I guarantee if you raise your vibration, you won't be lonely. So what cliche phrase or quote has caused a block in your mind? How are you letting these little phrases and quotes prevent you from tapping into the abundance that the universe has in store for you? Our thoughts create our patterns and our energetic frequency. So we have to reprogram these limiting beliefs to get out of our own way. So tap into the endless possibilities. Tap into abundance because life is meant to be abundant. If there is a cliche quote that you've heard in your life, comment on whatever platform you're listening on. Let's dismantle these limiting beliefs so we can see more people truly happy and thriving. Until next time, M&Ms, love and light. Thank you for tuning in to the Abundance Hack Show. I would love to hear from you. Leave your comments and questions, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our yummy episodes. Every time you leave a 5-star rating or review, I do my happy dance.